E aí, meu povo, bem-vindo de volta a Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Lincoln e a Estou. Missão muito divertida, missão. Matar uns lobos, matar uns mercenários do vilarejo. Falar Parte, sei lá como que se pronuncia.
Archer, is everything ready?
The Shiremoot will soon begin. Will you join us, Eivor? We'd be comforted by your presence.
Yes, I'm curious to see this Shiremoot for myself. I'll follow. When will the boat begin, Abbess?
12 able lords of Lincolnshire have already cast their stones, but they have reached a tie. 4 votes for each man. It now falls to you to break this impasse.
Me? By whose order?
You have earned the trust of our 3 candidates, it seems. Even our bishop has found a certain fondness for your hardy spirit.
Facilitou o voto, bem difícil.
It's an important vote for your people. How would you counsel my vote?
I value competent and righteous leadership, not foolish friends in high seats.
Anyone but Hunwald, you mean?
I love Hunwald as I love my own kin. But I would not put a stone in his care without fearing for the safety of both. I pray that God guides your vote today, and not the devil, as I fear.
Away, beast! Away! You won't trouble me any longer!
Elfgar! Careful!
Eu não lembro, eu sei que o doidinho foi esquisito aqui. Desconfiar nele. Deu um fracote.
How are you, Lord?
Have I heard aright? That you have come to break us from our deadlock?
I have, Lord. Have you any advice before I vote?
Lord Hundbeor was a bold and honest man, if somewhat reckless. I see the same qualities in his son. Therefore, Hunwald is my man.
King Ceolwulf's attendant, aren't you?
Aye. The king sends his love and support. Whatever happens here today shall have his full blessing.
He's learning fast. Good man. Good evening, Alfgard.
Eivor, I hope it's not untoward of me to solicit your support, but I do need it. The vote is closer than a cat's whisker.
It's a difficult choice, Alfgard. Know that I won't make it lightly.
Good, good. But let me say unreservedly that I am the man who will lead Lincolnshire into progress and victory.
I don't doubt your convictions, Lord.
A vote for Hunwald will return the House of the Ferocious Swan to its former glory.
É que é o doidinho que tava com Alfgar.
Grim, good to see you again.
A hearty hello, Drenger. Seems Britain is getting quite used to the idea of Danes stalking her shores.
Where do you fall in this contest, Grim? Alfgard is a friend of yours, is he not?
He is, and a good man as well. But I cast my stone for the bishop.
The bishop? That's an odd strategy.
These Christians are easy to nudge about. So desperate they are to avoid a good fight, they'll agree to most anything a Dane says.
Convite para a Assembleia, confirma o falecimento para lavar, com certeza presença, próximo projeto, estou com a liderança necessária, aqueles que chegarem atrasados não poderão votar. Ainda falta mais 2. Isso aí, ele está todo arrumadinho.
How fare you, Lord?
My prayers are fervent and my will is strong, Eivor. If I am Elderman, I will bring joy to this Shire.
There's more to good leadership than merrymaking. You must be strong and stern and willing to take risks.
Of course, of course. Strength and wisdom and fortitude and all that. I shall rise above the peat moss of mediocrity. Have no fear.
That's good to hear.
Have no fear, blood is here. E aqui é o bispo.
Bishop, Eivor, I must thank you for your fearless participation in our moot. I'm surprised to hear you vouch for me, Bishop. I surprised myself, to be honest. But I felt it would be a good test of God's faith in my judgment. Under my guidance, this Shire is crawling back from a decade of lawlessness. God knows the love that lives in my heart for the people of Lincolnshire. I pray now that he guides your hand accordingly. Quite a gambit, Bishop. Mad enough to work, it may be. Well then, I thank you, for what it's worth. God go with you.
Eu dei decisão. Cadê o doidinho ali? Não posso correr. Não posso falar.
Three men, three possible futures.
Eita, lá vem o Jim.
Which of these sad puppets will dance best when you call upon them? It's not for myself I must cast this stone, but for my clan. Who will serve us best in a time of true need? You can never be certain where you stand in another's heart. Choose only for yourself. All three have strengths and weaknesses.
Considerando. Espero que isso aqui não seja uma decisão definitiva.
Though tinged with arrogance, Alfgar is competent and wealthy. He'd be a good elderman, but a faithful ally?
Alfgar não pode, tá? Dá uma desconfiada pela situação lá.
Hunwald is not the most cunning or clever, but he has heart and spirit. Both go a long way in times of need. The bishop can be stuffy and wallows in Christian piety. But he is wisest of the three, and has already proven himself. Hunwald is not the most cunning or clever, but he has heart and spirit. Both go a long way in times of need.
Caraca. Processo de eliminação, tu não. Tu é fraco. É muito inteligente.
Hunwald is not the most cunning or clever. Both go lead your shire with pride, ferocious swan.
Um áudio vai ser mais manipulável.
It is decreed by this lawful Shire moot that the Alderman of Lincolnshire shall be son of our dear and departed Lord Hundbjorn, Lord Hunwald of Lincolnshire.
I don't know what to say. I thank you. Deeply, madly, humbly. What more can I say? I don't know. I miss my father. I'd sooner see him standing here than... Well, I will do my best. For each and every one of you.
Let us all raise our cups. A toast to our new Alderman. As all well know, this Shiremoot's decision is not final, but advisory. It now falls to our newly anointed King Ceolwulf to ratify our choice. To this end, we need not worry. Ceolwulf is a friend to Saxon and Dane alike, and he is sure to approve the results. Our good and noble friend,
Sabia que não era
Arthur's
ele era muito inteligente.
Septic rot has overtaken this Shire. A sickness for which there is only one cure.
Your Grace! What is this?
Nobles of Lincolnshire, stand fast! For the glory of the ancients, leave none alive!
Caralho, ia ser um massacre. Ia ser, não vai ser mais porque...
Steel yourself. Mother of God! Another battle!
Hold steady, Elderman. Grab any arm you can.
Tem jeito não, o martelo é o... martelo é o... é a arma. Isso aí, parece que tá aqui matando os outros. Não era ele, mas matou. Mas também eles não vêm na porrada.
Men of Lincolnshire, stand firm! Defend your eldermen! Kill these traitors!
Errou tudinho.
Watch for my lead! Is this how that guard welcomes a new elderman? We bring Christ back!
Pleasures all manner!
Bastard bishop. What's his endgame? This one's gone. Find those who still draw breath. Polish your ass, Hunwald. The Alderman's seat is yours. As your war council, I suggest you waste no time in catching this grief-tosser. He won't be far.
We should first bury our dead, no?
Não.
That choice is yours to make, Alderman.
Yes. Yes, of course. We'll bury our dead, then raise a feared.
Mas que porra, ele tem um tempo pra pensar.
I am at a loss for words. A trusted man of the cloth. I will pray for these martyrs, and tend to the remaining wounded, until the last man walks free.
Be well, Archer.
And you, Eivor. May God, or the gods, protect you.
Pior que foi realmente Odin que me ajudou. A chuva de espadas em Ancaster. Lembrou do livro lá do menino George Martin. George Martin. Uma tormenta de espadas. Não, deixa eu falar com o vendedor antes, mas... Ó, o cavalo vem daqui também.
What can I tempt you with? Always good to have. These will come in until next.
I must be on my way.
Aí, eu nunca vim pela parte principal. Isso que apareceu. Viagem rápida.
A bold attack, and in broad daylight. The hatred that eats at that man.
What news, Hunwald?
We've learned that Herewrith rode for the fort at Ancaster following the massacre. I have assembled a field there. Quite a large one, in fact. They eagerly await your orders, Eivor.
You mean your orders, Elderman?
Ah, yes, that's right. My orders. Which are what, exactly?
Who can say? Ride with me to your camp, and we'll find out together.
Herewrith was a friend of my father's and always so dear to me. I don't understand what possessed him.
He invoked the name of an ancient order before his men attacked. I know exactly what possessed him.
Do you?
It's not a story for now.
This will send waves of disgust through all the parishes of Mercia. Herewrith is a new and ugly stain on the bishopric.
Your Christ was an interesting man, if a little soft. But stranger still, I've met so few Christians like him.
Today has been a boon, Eivor. In spite of everything, I now know my father's spirit still burns within me. It's thanks to you I know this. When songs are sung of the day Lincolnshire was saved, your name will ripple through every stanza.
Don't be hasty, Hunwald. One verse of our song remains unsung. The din of battle beckons.
You pagans and your appetite for battle. I certainly don't share it. I worry what diabolical feast the bishop has in store.
Don't let that poxy bishop worry you. With Eivor beside us, he'll be victuals before long. How has Atcha taken all this? She and Herewrith were so close.
She must feel as though the devil himself attacked her monastery. The poor lady.
We spoke briefly. Her spirits were low, but her work carried on. I think she'll be fine.
Manipulated by a man who should be God's gladdener. Here's the camp, do you see? The Field will soon be ready for action.
Give them mead and let them rest.
Our warsmith has arrived. The Fields are ready to fight.
Chieftain Eivor, can we win this fight with the men you see assembled here?
If they fight with the bravery of double their number, we may.
And is there room in your Valhalla for a ferocious swan?
Of course. Let fly your glorious banner.
Are we ready then?
Yep.
We attack now. Ready the field.
Our first task will be to breach the outer wall. Then we deal with the troops inside.
Give them...
Dessa vez eu vou agir como diferente, vou agir como um homem de... um exército de um homem só. Em vez de ajudar esses principais, eu vou pelas laterais. Se eu achar um caminho para subir.
The best way to breach is with a battering ram. I should help it along.
Achar esse um caminho para subir.
God grant it! Strike with you dead! Strike with Christ! Here comes the oil! Right down, idiot! Arrows! We're hurting it! Look out! Oil!
Point me to the bishop. No one else need die today.
He's in the chapel there, hiding away. Scabrous coward.
Let no one leave that church without facing judgment.
Não posso nem pedir ajuda.
For that! Remain steadfast! Hell take you!
Come, brothers. Let's end this.
Ué, porque eu não posso usar o corvo. É, tá tudo bloqueado.
Take you! Is lost.
Continue the work of God, my boy. Kill this pagan. Dead.
Tales pietate.
Escada de segurança. Pra baixo também serve. Credo, que lugar desgraçado é esse? Eu podia ter vindo por aqui também. Mãe. Não tá aqui já.
Pay for your sins.
Ah, falei o miserável, não tinha nem visto.
Gibien campo into septimo. Electai.
You'll do!
Cara, como que eu não vi ele?
Ponte domino moisco odia, nos mitte nos in alte.
Sollte bekommen.
Perguntando, ia ter conversa?
I died the day I hid behind these robes, this cross. To bring the light of my order to a wider view, I debased myself. Clawed my way to the top of this common religion, full of common men. I should have lived as the ancients did. That's the folly of mankind, Hedavrid. We wallow in our failures like happy pigs in a sty of shit. You should have learned to enjoy it.
Essa missão foi doida. As duas, né? Antes dessa e essa.
Eivor. Is the bishop dead?
He bled too little and talked too much. Now he's gone.
I won't miss him. But Atcha will need some time to grieve.
Lincolnshire is yours to lead, Elderman. The hardest fight begins now.
The din of battle still rings in my ears. I think I now know what it means to be a leader.
Good.
I would ask a favor, if I could.
Name it.
As Elderman, my life may be a dangerous one. For a time, anyway. Would you allow my Swanborough to take refuge in your settlement? At least until I feel all danger has passed.
We'd be happy to have her.
Thank you, my sturdy Norse berserker. The mead halls of my shire will be lonely without you stomping about.
Our people are bonded now. We must look out for one another.
Blast it. I am a horror with goodbyes.
It'll do for now. Now it seems the wind calls me back to Ranji. Let's tell her the good news.
Beleza, bacana. Esse arco foi bacana. Ué, tá com a música da briga. Será que vai ter alguma coisa aqui perto?
Eivor, if you've a moment to spare...
Thank you for treating Hytham with respect and kindness, Eivor. He has found a family among your clan.
He is more than welcome here. As are you.
Teve resposta, né?
Good to see you, darling.
YouTube.
Lincolnshire is a friend to us.
Wonderful news. And who is our ally there?
The boy Hunwald is the new Ealdorman of Lincolnshire, and he has sworn allegiance to us.
The loud one, an Ealdorman? Well, should he ever wish to call for aid, he need only shout.
Beleza, agora só olhar uma coisa aqui antes de finalizar. Quero saber somente. Vai falar alguma coisa?
Survey the area, Sunan.
Tá ali.
Eivor, if you've a moment to spare...
No próximo episódio eu te ajudo.
You really think flighting can compare to sagas, to true poetry?
Peste.
Go, Sunan.
Garco gigante Maida. Acho que 6 é o último nível. Já aconchegante desse jeito. Imagina como era antes. Não lembro dessa Maida. Não lembro. Bom, nem, quer dizer, importa, mas no momento. Então é esse povo, vou parando por aqui. Se vê em breve com mais Assassin's Creed Valhalla, onde falta só mais um território.